couple numbers you need to know and think about if you haven't been doing this in your business in the last year, last month, or lately, is this right here. Revisit your close rate and your SQLs, your sales qualified leads, for clues to what activity levels you need to do for closing business now and proper forecasting for next year. This sounds kind of boring, but I'm assuring you that it is really, really important to do. Why? Well, if it's not obvious, you need to know. If you don't know what your close rate is, you're not going to be able to forecast your year at all. Like you're going to miss. You're going to want to say, I want to make $1 million. I want to have this great revenue year. I want to grow my team. I want to hire people. Great. You need to know your P&L. You need to know how much money you're going to make, and it can't be guessing. Like you have to know with the science how you're going to get there. This is how you get there. Got to know your close rate. What is a close rate? Super simple. All you need to do is look at your sales appointments that you've had this year. Go back through your calendar. Go through your Google Calendar, your Microsoft, Outlook calendar, whatever it is. Look at all the sales appointments you had that were qualified leads that could have bought from you, and then look at the ones that did. Look how many you converted. Whatever that percentage is, that's your close rate. All right. And so, if it's like 10%, 15%, we need to have a whole different conversation about that. But chances are you're probably somewhere in like the 25 to 45% range. If you're above 50, that's amazing. And that's a whole actually different conversation that you probably want to look at your pricing, because you don't want to actually close too much. If you're closing everything, then you probably are leaving margin on the table that you could be making in your business, and margin helps grow your business, right?
Can I add some dimension to those numbers, James?
Yeah.
Here's what I've seen. A little bit of wisdom from the gray-haired guy here for change. Yeah. So close rates. To me, if your close rate is somewhere anywhere between 10 to 15%, maybe in the high teens, there's something missing there. Either your prospecting activity isn't high enough, you are not getting to the person of consequence, and you're not getting enough at bats. So that's typically, you got to see more to win more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's typical what I've seen. For those folks who are, this is around the average, what we've seen between 20 to 25%, that means to me that you're doing all the work. You're initiating, you're generating your own leads, you're nurturing your leads, you're following it up, you're trying to close it all yourself, and your pipeline fill is not getting enough support from your ecosystem, your referral and introductions ecosystem. And what I've seen is the salespeople that have anywhere between a 30 to 35% close ratio, as high as 40, means that they're doing a couple things. They've intentionally cultivated a center of influence network, a referral ecosystem, number one. Number two, they find the time for exquisite customer relationship management and relationship development. And they're always looking for, in the midst of their current project, they're always looking for the next project.
Mm-hmm.
When we're working at our clients, I'm always looking for 3 streams of work. And that helps us in our qualification. Where can we be of consequence to a particular account? So those of you kind of in the 20, maybe slightly less than 20, above 20, your business is pretty good, but it's probably transactional. And again, you're doing all the work. So to boost your close rates is you want to do a couple things have to happen simultaneously. So you want to fire up your ecosystem, more referrals, more inbound leads coming to you that are warm, and there's already a message and familiarity and like-mindedness. 2, we need to sell more meetings. This is still a contact sport. And what you can get done in 15 to 20 minutes on a Zoom for an initial meeting, that is possible today. It's not fool's gold. So that's number 2. Number 3, we need to think about leveraging our issue fluency and wear our business hat so we can kind of move upstream into our accounts and start having business conversations and the problems related to the business and the supply chain and the value chain, so that your solutions resonate and contribute to the higher mind of the organization, as opposed to the thing, the widget, the service, the element of where you insert yourself.
Yep.
That's when you are of consequence, that's when your close ratios go a little higher. So now you have to be mindful of how you use your time, and that's another discussion we're going to have. But those are some windows around those 3 levels of close ratios and how you can boost them. So to that fact, though, we can help you go from moderate to pretty exceptional performance on your close rate today if you listen to what James and I are going to share with you over the next couple minutes.
I'm glad you added that context, Bill, because it's so true. It's like, well, one, like if you're getting like a bunch of just, booked demos that they don't really know you at all, you've never talked to them before. There's a lot that has to happen then that you just laid out that you need to go through with those prospects to close them, right? They're not like they know you well, they know you personally, they know your business, they are aware clearly of how you help companies. Like none of that could be there with a book call per se. You got to do all that work you just laid out there to warm that up to a high close percentage versus just getting a sales meeting. There's a very difference there, right? But then going back to leads and closing business now, guys, while you do all those things that Bill just laid out, which are essential, and you're going to close more business if you get to the point in those conversations where you are clearly articulating their business problem. You're clearly showing some thought leadership around what is needed in that situation to improve it, to fix it, move forward. Not even talking about you yet, really, just some thought leadership ideas, some things that they can research if they wanted to and find that you're right. Like, the third party research would agree with what you're saying, like, that kind of advice that you're giving them. But then showing and demonstrating an actual pathway to a result that they can get relatively soon. That's what people want today. No matter what you're selling out there, whatever your service is, your product, people don't care about a lot of the features in it. They just want the dang result, and they want it now or as fast as they can. And if you can get them there and you can show them how to get there and demonstrate that, articulate that, visualize that, portray that, all of the above, they're going to be interested, right? Because they just need to be assured. That's the other thing. They need to be assured that there's a way, and the ways that they're doing it right now aren't working. And so if you can be that advisor to them, that's what they want, right? That's going to help